Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to discuss about FOMC interest rate decision. This is one of the most important events for the month where all the markets are focused because the Chairman Powell is going to talk about the interest rate decision and the future monetary policy statements related with the US. Thank you so much to everyone that is joining right now. Just 1 minute only to check if everything is fine and we can continue. During today's live stream, we are going to discuss about the fundamental perspective and also what we have to wait from a technical perspective. So everything looks fine also here. Thank you guys. Okay, so let's continue. During the opening of the day, we can see that during the opening of the London market, we didn't have anything important. The market is not moving at all. So overall, it's a very boring market, can say. Most of the time, it happens very often that also when we have a busy European day, the focus is only on the US market and the FOMC, because this is going to be the market catalyst for today. After 43 minutes, we have the ADP employment change. This is related with the numbers that the Fed is going to release on Friday for the non-farm payroll data. Most of the time they tend to be in line with each other, so they have a positive correlation. It is expected that we may see an increase in these numbers. However, during the previous time, they were not in line, the ADP numbers and the non-farm payroll data that we have on Friday. However, non-farm payroll data came higher than expected. So I wouldn't be surprised if we are going to see the non-farm payroll data to increase again on Friday. It is not a must to support the US dollar. However, it will create price volatility in the market, considering also the picture that we have on Euro USD. For today, the focus is only on the Fed interest rate decision. During the previous time, it was 5.5%. So Fed is not increasing the interest rates during the last two meetings. They said that they want to see how this is going to impact the economy. The market is speculating also with the fact that the US is reporting very good GDP numbers, and probably Fed is going to increase the interest rates because they have to slow down the inflation. However, in my personal opinion, it is not a must that they should increase the interest rates, because they can hold these rates for a long period of time and it create balance at this point. Another point that I want to look at today is the speech, but I'm not expecting anything interesting for today's meeting. They don't have anything to say except repeating the same old things over and over again, as they did also during the previous month. The market is going to be focused on the press conference, as it usually happens, because they can have also anything new. We have also the problem related with the war between Israel and Palestine this time, but I don't think that Powell is going to discuss about that point and how it can affect the markets. However, we can hear this type of questions, but I don't think that it will impact the US dollar, considering that the US is involved, but it's too far away from the war front. We didn't see previously any war on the US land, so I don't think it is going to happen at all. From these numbers that we can see here, probably Powell is going to speculate with the interest rate projection that they did during the previous meetings. They increased the interest rate projection on the September's meeting, but it is not a must that they are going to increase the interest rates in the current condition. However, they can speculate about that point, and they can repeat the same thing that we are going to increase if we see that necessary. However, let's see what may happen also from a technical perspective. So overall, I'm not expecting anything new. It can be an event without event. So probably we may see slight bullish moves from the USD, and later we may see a price decrease from the USD. This is what I'm looking at so far. So let's see the dollar index. That is the first one. When I updated the dollar index during Sunday, the price was somewhere in this area here. And as you can see, this scenario already reached two of our targets that I have shared also in our groups. So what may happen in the current conditions? I'm going to delete this. And if we are going to look at from a bigger picture, the price is not breaking the top that is dating back at the beginning of October. We have to be very careful. It looks like we may have a bullish pattern to push the price up further. However, in the current conditions, it's not making sense because the Fed has nothing to add more and how they will impact the economy. That is why I see the reason that the price should not break through the previous top that was created at the beginning of October. So the top was created near 107.3.4. So this is the top that I'm looking at. The pattern is creating this type of ugly shape. Probably the market speculation that the Fed is going to support the economy and they are going to do something big probably can push the price up to the top. However, considering that the pricing is developing in this area for about 1 month now, it is likely that we can see this type of movement and the price can take a shape of range trading opportunity. So this is what I'm looking at for the dollar index. Probably it may not happen in this way. However, this is my opinion about the dollar index and the US dollar. So I'm not expecting new highs for the dollar index so far and for a stronger USD. However, one step at a time, we have to see what is going to happen. Also, these bullish moves today are very small and moreover speculative. Yesterday during the afternoon, we saw a very strange volume that happened during the close of the London market. It happened at this point. The price came down and suddenly we saw this type of movement. It was very aggressive considering that the price from top to bottom, this is dating back on October 26th of October. So the price deleted almost 1 week in some hours. This is what happened, but I think it's related with the fact that the market is going to anticipate the FOMC decision and we may see the bearish movement down. For this week and probably for the rest of the week, for the coming week probably, we may see the first movement to stop close to 106.4, 106, or where the price was before, and the bottom where we are looking at for the end of this movement, but not below this area because there is no reason. USD is also strong, and also the current situation is not stable related with the war conditions. The war in the current situation, I think that is related with the fact that we are talking also about a safe haven currency for the US dollar, and this is a strong reason. And even if the price will move down, we are not going to see US dollar to continue depreciation. So this is what I'm looking at on a short term, let's say. The next one that we are going to look at is Euro USD. if you joined the previous live streaming, we discussed that it was on Sunday. We discussed that the price was close to this area, and I pointed out these areas with blue here, that the chances were very high for a possible stop between two areas and a possible reversal from the bottom. However, as you can see, this scenario played out very well and before FOMC. So far, we have to be careful. Just one moment to delete this. We have to be careful. It is normal that the US dollar is dominating today because the USD bulls are pushing the price down. However, before the market opening, everyone knows that the Fed is not going to increase the interest rates. Probably they will not take further actions considering that there is no reason to do that. And we may see the price moving up again. So let's see, it keeps moving down. The maximum reversal zone that may happen can be close to 1.0460. That was also the previous low. However, it can happen in different ways because this is also a news event. So the speculation can push the price in different ways. We are not too far away from the bottom. It looks a big movement, but this is only 95 pips so far, and it will decrease more as a distance, and the more it will decrease, the bigger the bullish movement. On a weekly chart that we are going to look at Euro USD, it remains in the same position as it was before. The price is still testing the old weekly zones here, and very strong area on the lower part. So also in the current conditions, we have to wait and to see how the price will react. So far, this is still bullish, or let's say so far we may face a bullish volume on the lower side, considering that the price didn't break through that area. It looks like we may have a bearish flag here. However, it is required a strong reason for the price to move down further. Thank you so much for your comments. I really appreciate it. This is overall for Euro USD. These are my expectations for this week and probably also for the coming week. This is the top that I'm looking at for Euro USD. So let's see what is going to happen. One small advice that I have for every one of you, because I see many traders doing many mistakes while they trade. They are just jumping in the trade because they see an analysis. So if you are going to trade, it is required a very strong reason if you want to buy here and a very specific trading plan. So you have to manage the risk in every trade you take. If you are going to take the risk in this area, you must have the stop loss below the support zone. As long as we are not market makers, we cannot anticipate if the price is going to continue to move down further or if the price will change direction. What is the only thing that we can do in a proper way is to manage the stop loss for every trade, to manage the risk, and later let's hope that we are going to have higher odds when we trade. So this is why we need to trade and to select the trading setups in advance. So we have to select the best trading opportunities and also with the best risk to reward ratio. So let's be careful, don't jump in the trade yet, it is not ready. It can push down before the news, and later we have to see how the market will react in this area. So this is also for Euro USD. Let's see what is happening related with gold so far. Thank you so much to everyone that is joining. I really appreciate it. The next one that we are going to look at is gold. We have seen this several times. I'm going to make a quick summary for all of you that haven't been during the previous times. We have seen these tops on a weekly chart that they were created in very specific moments, considering the current conditions. This was created during COVID-19 moments on August 2020. The price didn't stop from the bottom when it was created. This movement, it was created during February, during September, during March, and the price didn't stop until it reached 2070. The second one was created from the war between Ukraine and Russia, so these are all very sensitive moments. This wave here was created previously with the problems that the banking system faced, and later it was discussed also the problem of the debt ceiling. So very big events again. And so far we have another war here that is taking place. So as long as the previous sell-offs happen in this area, it is likely that the price may continue to increase further. So I'm not expecting the price to depreciate easily. What was very strange that happened yesterday, there was no news at all. It happened in a very strange way, in my opinion. During the close of the market, of the London market, we saw a big move down. Approximately, it happened a move from 2008 up to 1976. If we are going to see on the charts, this is dating back 1 week ago. So it was not normal as a move, all this depreciation. We don't have to be afraid of what is going to happen because the current conflict is still a very hot topic. So the war is escalating, and it means that not everyone is going to give up from gold reserves. Probably this speculation that already happened, the first one is that I'm looking at for a possible stop in this area where the price already stopped. However, if we are going to face a bigger speculation, because we can never know what may create this type of waves, who is going to sell, or the big funds that may create this type of speculative moves, even if it will move down, the focus will be only for a bullish move. This is what I'm looking at. However, we have to be careful near the top. So far, the two targets that I'm looking at close to 2017, 2020, and close to 2040, in my opinion, are very good targets, are reasonable targets. Later we have to stay away because we can never know what may happen. During the previous time, the price moved down in the same way. After the top was reached, look at what happened, and we may see the same thing again. So even if we are in a very bad position, wait, because this is going to change direction again. Or as a minimum, we may see the price moving up and down to create something bigger in this area. And what is very interesting this time is that the price is not breaking through the 2000 zone. So this is very important. Once the price will break this area, it will continue to increase further. But we can see also any type of scenarios, like a type of pin bar candle. It can reach the top of this area with only one candle, and after that we have to be careful because we can have any big sell-off as it happened before. Look at what we had before. On a daily chart, we had these low candles here. It can create something like this one. This is another type of reversal pattern. These two candles here, we may face also like these two, or like the other one that we have. This is another candle with another shadow. However, it was a different perspective how it changed the trend this time. That is why I think that we have to be very, very careful. But the top for gold, I don't think that it is done yet. But also these moves are very weird how the price reacted yesterday. So look at how strange it came down without any reason. That is why the speculation is getting higher this time. And I think that we should stop trading close to the top or before the top. But so far we may see this type of moves between this area here. 1975 and probably 2007 as a beginning, and later we have to see what may happen. Let's see what is happening with US 500. We have seen this also during the previous time. As you can see, after the price broke down from the first structure area on the weekly chart, the price remained in this area for about 4 weeks, and later we can see another breakdown. Also, in the current conditions, the price is still below the previous structure zone. From the previous update that I did on Sunday with US 500, the price is still holding very strong below the structure zone. It is respecting the structure. However, we have to be very careful during the FOMC meeting. It's a bit weird with indexes how they react from a stronger or a weaker USD, or sometimes from the comments. This is related with the economic sector. It is not related only with the US dollar value. That is why we have to be careful. It is not a must that the USD should be strong in order for indexes to move down. This is a very strong reason, so let's be careful today. From a technical perspective, this is showing that it is going to move down. However, we may see also a pause in this new trend. On a lower time frame, we have only a small price reaction, but I'm sure that indexes will increase the volatility during the FOMC meeting. And for indexes, I wouldn't be surprised that after a weaker dollar, we may see a bounce up to the top again. So it's a bit weird situation with indexes overall at this moment. That is why we have to stay away and probably to have a better picture. It looks bearish, but it may be more complex during the big event. I wanted to discuss with you also USD yen that we have seen. We discussed the Bank of Japan interest rate decision one day in advance before the interest rate decision and the possible trading scenarios. As I explained also during the previous time, it was very strange what they were already doing in the market, because they didn't increase the interest rate during all this period of time when the other central banks already increased the interest rates uh, with very big steps. Let's say many of them are at 5.5%, like the USD, or like the Canadian dollar that is close to that interest rate, like New Zealand dollar. We have Euro, USD, we have GBP pound, the British pound that is close to that area. So all of them are in a very expensive interest rates. If you are going to see the Japanese yen, they didn't increase the interest rates during all these years. They only speculated with the news. They said and repeated several times that we are going to change the yield curve control, we are going to change the 10-year government bond, etc., etc. The only intervention that they already do was during the previous year when they pushed the price down. But it was likely that, considering that they didn't do anything all this time, and at the moment that the other countries already created a pause on hiking the interest rates, it was not a reason for the Bank of Japan to begin the intervention at this moment. It is very weird because this is going to create uh, big problems, let's say, on their population, considering that it is not good at all to have a depreciated currency, and for the yen pairs, this is going only in a crazy way. From the previous scenarios that I already shared, if you are going to look at the previous live stream that I shared on Sunday, this was a possible move. It was expected one movement from the top and a possible retest before the move down. The current problem is that the Bank of Japan is not doing anything at all. What I was afraid, let's say, about the Bank of Japan was only the fact that they were not going to change any of them, the interest rate or the 10-year government bond. But during the previous year, they did something very weird. They came out with a statement that they were not going to change anything. And after 5 minutes, they sent in surprise the change on the 10-year government bond, the yield numbers. And this was what I was expecting as a dirty game. However, they are not doing anything yet. I don't know why USDN already stopped here. I don't think that they are already in the market so far, and it looks like they don't care at all about what is going to happen. In the current conditions, is very weird. It is very difficult to buy because you can never know when the Bank of Japan will intervene in the market or probably when they will sell. But it is also a big problem to sell at this moment, considering that all the market already saw that the Bank of Japan is not doing anything and the price may move up further. So this is another problem. However, all the focus on the market is only on the Bank of Japan and on USD yen. This is the only one that the Bank of Japan is already looking at. Probably a break through the top may create something, but I'm not sure if the Bank of Japan will come out again. So I'm not understanding their monetary policy statement or how they are reacting during these moments. It doesn't make sense for a central bank not to react at all in all of these conditions. So they didn't react during COVID, didn't react during the war between Ukraine and Russia. Also, at the moment that the oil prices increased a lot, so the inflation is still increasing. They are not doing anything yet. Also, at this moment, they are not doing anything, so it looks like they only are sleeping for the moment. A very weird situation. It looks like a kid's game, but let's see. So, in my opinion, stay away from USDN. And another reason why you should stay away of trading this currency pair is also the fact that they have a big difference between the interest rates. So one of them has an interest rate of 5.5% and the Japanese yen is minus 0.1%. So also from here we can see that the swap rate is in a crazy way very expensive to sell USD yen. That on the best case scenario, even if the price will move down in a period of time, let's say of 100 days, you have to pay a very expensive swap rate. So it can take probably all of your profits and it doesn't make sense in that way. That is why it is better to stay away from USDN. So this is all what I have prepared for today related with FOMC and what the market may face. I forgot to mention the fact that probably if we are going to look at a dovish press conference from the chairman of the Fed, Powell, Probably we may see USDN to push a bit lower from the top. However, I'm not expecting anything significant here, only small moves. So that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. Please don't forget to hit the like button and follow, because we are going to share more analysis during the coming days. Don't forget to hit the like button and follow. Thank you. Bye bye.